pressures of modern living begin to compromise the quality of your life, then it is time to take a firm grip on yourself. It is time for yoga. This ancient blend of movement, meditation and mindful breathing will help you stretch out inside, reinvigorating your life with a refreshing sense of possibility and joy. There seems to be something magical about the practice of yoga that nurtures in us the courage to head boldly in the direction of our dreams, to extend fully into our true potential. May peace, good health and happiness be always with you. To get started, we have to learn the art of proper breathing. The posture to adopt is the Padmasana. Padmasana is the best posture for all breathing techniques which are performed in a sitting position. We concentrate on the heart, sit motionless and straight, and subject our thoughts to our will, breathing evenly. Regular practice of this posture will ensure mental and physical stability and quiet the nervous system. The complete breath is not just deep breathing, it is the deepest possible breathing. The complete yoga breath is the basic technique of all the different types of yoga breathing and therefore should be mastered before you learn specific breathing techniques. Its effect, of course, varies with the breathing techniques or pranayama which are performed at the same time. Pranayama. Thousands of years ago, the yogis of ancient times spent lifetimes observing the subtle energy patterns of the body, which are called prana. Prana means life force and yama means discipline or control. Pranayama is the total control of life forces. Siddhasana. One of the most popular meditation postures is Siddhasana. The Sanskrit name means perfect pose because one attains perfection in yoga by meditating in this position. The positions of the legs and the hands also contain the body energies by closing the circuits and allowing awakened vital forces to remain in the system during meditation practice. To perform the asana, sit down with both legs outstretched. Bend the left knee and place the sole of the left foot against the right thigh so that the heel touches the perineum. Bend the right knee and put the right heel against the pubic bone. Place your hands in Jnana Mudra. Join the thumb and forefinger of each hand and extend the other three fingers. Rest your hands on your knees with the palms facing up. The spine should always be held erect. This is Siddhasana. Once this has been mastered, it is truly a comfortable position for meditation practice. Breathe smoothly and naturally as you hold the pose. When you sit on the posture, think, I am as firm as a rock. Give this suggestion to the mind half a dozen times. Start by sitting in a pose for half an hour and gradually increase the period. Meditation. Meditation is one of the 9 principles of yoga. It is the practice by which there is constant observation of the mind. It requires you to focus your mind at one point and stilling the mind in order to perceive the self. Through the practice of meditation, you will achieve a greater sense of purpose and strength of will. Meditation is also one of the 8 limbs of yoga, which leads to samadhi or enlightenment state of bliss. Research shows that the practice of meditation contributes to our physical and psychological well-being. Meditating also brings our mind to a level of consciousness that promotes healing, or what is known as the alpha state. Achieving the alpha state can help decrease anxiety, depression, and other mental, psychological, or emotional problems. Tadasana. I stand ready to obey thy least command. A deceptive pose in that it appears so simple that some students may ask, why bother? But just as there's more to breathing that meets the eye, there is more to standing too. This pose is essential for most of the standing poses in Hatha Yoga. Grounding is a process of dynamic contact with the earth. While mechanically our feet may be touching the ground, this contact is empty if we are cut off from the feelings in our legs and lower body. To perform the asana, stand upright with feet parallel to each other. Now, flex the toes up off the mat and spread them wide. Close your eyes and focus on the feet, allowing the outside edge of each foot to melt down into the earth. Let the arms and hands hang limply at your sides, with the middle fingers pointing down toward your ankles. Now, slowly lift your arms towards the sky as you take a deep breath. Join the fingers over your head and slowly turn the palm upwards. Exhale the breath. Breathe normally. Feel your body extending upward towards the sky from the navel. Slightly flex the knees and tighten the buttocks. This will alter the feeling of your feet into the earth. Place your awareness down in the soles of the feet and breathe in the energy from the earth up into the feet, legs, spinal column, and exhale through the crown of the head. Repeat this pattern of breath, cycling the energy from the earth into your body and then releasing your energy back down into the earth. When you are ready to come out of this asana, take a deep breath and lower your arms. Tadasana is usually the starting point for all the standing poses, but it is useful to practice Tadasana as a pose in itself. Stay in the pose for 30 seconds to 1 minute, breathing easily. This asana improves posture, strengthens thighs, knees and ankles, firms abdomen and buttocks, relieves sciatica, reduces flat feet. Ardhakati Chakrasana. The word chakra means a wheel and kati means waist. In this asana, the body is bent laterally so as to resemble a half wheel. The spine is often subjected to the action of forward bending. The Ardhakati Chakrasana improves flexibility of the spine by rendering it a lateral bend. To perform the asana, you need to first relax and compose yourself. Let your mind turn inward. Now, separate your feet and place them parallel and at a distance of ½ foot to 1 foot from each other, keeping the head and trunk straight. Inhale deeply as the arm moves upwards, while breathing out, laterally bend toward the left side. Do not strain and bend only as far as you can comfortably. Make sure you are bending the spine sidewards. It is important to observe that if you feel the stretch on your back, you are leaning forward. If you feel the stretch on your abdomen, you are leaning backward. The right hand should not bend at the elbow. The knees should be straight. Hold the pose, breathing normally. Keeping the body relaxed, focus the mind on the right side of your body. The pose should be held for 30 to 60 seconds while you continue to breathe normally. Slowly return to the upright position. Move your toes together and relax. When you have relaxed for a few seconds, repeat the asana on the left side. On the physical level, the asana helps keep the spine flexible and healthy, improves the functioning of the liver, the spleen, and strengthens the hands. The asana also helps release gases from the stomach. On the mental level, the asana improves awareness and assists in general relaxation. Trikonasana. The triangle engages every part of the body, strengthens the core, opens the hips and shoulders, and stretches the legs. The body becomes lighter, and the capacity to perform other asanas is improved. To perform the asana, stand in the Tadasana pose. Inhale deeply and spread your legs sideways to 3 or 3½ feet. Raise the arms sideways in line with the shoulders, palms facing downwards. Turn the right foot by 90 degrees to the right. Keep the left leg stretched from the inside. Tighten the knee. Exhale and bend the trunk of the body to the right, bringing the right palm near the right ankle. If possible, the right palm should rest completely on the floor. Stretch the left arm up and bring it in line with the right shoulder and extend the trunk. Ensure that the back of the legs, chest and hips are in line. Turn your head and gaze at the middle finger of the left hand. Hold the position for 30 seconds to 60 seconds. Breathe normally. Taking a deep breath, lift the right palm off the ground and return to the standing position. Repeat on the left side of the body. Trikonasana helps in toning up the leg muscles, removes stiffness in the leg and hip, good for varicose veins, helps the digestive system, and corrects minor deformity in the legs and allows them to develop evenly. Trikonasana relieves backaches, neck sprains, strengthens the ankle, and develops the chest. Virabhadrasana. Named for a fierce warrior, an incarnation of Shiva, this version of warrior pose is said to increase stamina. Stand in Tadasana. With an exhalation, step 3.5 to 4 feet apart. Raise your arms parallel to the floor and reach them actively out to the sides, shoulder blades wide, palms down. Turn your right foot in slightly to the right and your left foot out to the left 90 degrees. Align the left heel with the right heel. Firm your thighs and turn your left thigh outward so that the center of the left kneecap is in line with the center of the left ankle. Exhale and bend your left knee over the left ankle so that the shin is perpendicular to the floor. Inhale and lift the arms over the head with the palms facing each other with the index finger pointing up. Carefully arch back and look up towards the ceiling. Breathe and hold for 8 to 10 breaths. Repeat on the other side. The asana strengthens and stretches the legs and ankles, stretches the groin, chest, lungs, shoulders, stimulates abdominal organs, increases stamina, relieves backaches, especially through second trimester of pregnancy. On the therapeutic front, the asana is good for those suffering from flat feet, infertility, osteoporosis, and sciatica. As a word of caution, those suffering from diarrhea should avoid this pose. Parshvottanasana. Begin in Tadasana with feet hip distance apart. On an inhalation, extend your arms and bring them behind your back into the reverse prayer Namaste, with the palms pressing together and the fingers facing up towards your neck. Stay here long enough to experience both the physical and the psychological benefits of this gesture of repose. Hold the pose for 20 seconds. The asana opens and releases the deep muscles of the hips, improves flexibility of the wrists, provides a deep opening for the shoulders, cools and calms both body and mind. As a word of caution, this pose may exacerbate sciatica. Those with carpal tunnel syndrome should be cautious of placing the hands in prayer position behind the back. Ushtrasana. One good preparatory pose for Ushtrasana is Vajrasana to get the feeling of your shins pressing into the floor. Ushtrasana is a wonderful back bend for bringing increased vitality to the organs of respiration. To perform the asana, kneel on the floor with your knees hip width and thighs perpendicular to the floor. Press your shins and the tops of your feet firmly into the floor. Twist to one side to get one hand on the same side foot. Turn your torso back to neutral and touch the second hand to its foot. Press your palms firmly against your soles or heels, with the bases of the palms on the heels and the fingers pointing toward the toes. Drop your head back, but be careful not to strain your neck and harden your throat. Stay in this pose anywhere from 30 seconds to a minute. To exit, inhale and lift the head and torso up by pushing the hip joints down towards the floor. The asana stretches the entire front of the body, the ankles, thighs, groin, abdomen, chest, and throat. Stretches the deep hip flexors, strengthens back muscles, improves posture, maintains a youthful look, and is very good for hunched backs and dropping shoulder. Stimulates the organs of the abdomen and neck. As a word of caution, those suffering from high or low blood pressure, migraine, insomnia, serious low back or neck injury should not perform this asana. Mahamudra, belonging to a class of non-energetic yogas, is the most widespread meditative practice in Tibetan Buddhism. Mahamudra in Sanskrit means great seal and is a method of direct introduction of the individual to the nature of mind. To perform the posture, sit on the floor with legs stretched out straight in front. Bend the left knee with the left thigh and left calf resting on the ground. Tuck in the left heel to touch the inner side of the left thigh. The angle of the extended right leg to the bent left leg should be 90 degrees. Stretch the arms forward towards the right foot and hook the big toe with the thumb and forefingers. Tuck the chin till it rests in the hollow between the collarbones and the breastbone. Keep the spine fully stretched and keep the right foot pointed upwards. Inhale completely. Exhale. Once again, inhale and hold your breath. Hold the posture for 3 minutes. Exhale. Raise the head. Release the hands. Repeat on the other side. The asana tones the abdominal organs, the kidneys and adrenal glands. The asana cures indigestion. Women suffering from a prolapsed womb find relief as it pulls the womb up to its original position. Holding the posture for longer periods will render relief to individuals suffering from spleen ailments and enlargement of the prostate gland. Supta Vajrasana. In the spiritual teaching known under the name Mahayana, Vajra is the emblem, the attribute of the highest spiritual power, weapon of the god Indra. To perform the asana, sit with your legs stretched out in front of you. Slowly bend the right leg and keep the heel tight under the buttock. Bring the left leg under the left buttock. Keep the knees close to each other, spine straight, the head, shoulders and buttocks in a vertical line. Rest the palms on the upper part of the thighs or covering the knees. Recline slowly backwards, taking the body weight on the right elbow first and then the left. Lie flat on the back, keep the knees close together, touching the ground. There should never be more than normal pressure on the back, arms and the ankle joints while doing this asana. Retain the position for 2 minutes. Return to the normal position by reversing the process. This asana massages the abdominal organs, alleviating digestive ailments and constipation. It tones the spinal nerves, makes the back flexible, and realigns rounded shoulders. The nerves in the neck and the thyroid gland are particularly influenced. The chest is stretched and expanded to full capacity, filling the lungs and bringing more oxygen into the system. It is beneficial for those suffering from asthma, bronchitis, and other lung ailments. It loosens up the legs in preparation for sitting in meditation asanas. It enhances creativity and intelligence and redirects sexual energy to the brain for spiritual purposes. This posture should not be practiced by people suffering from sciatica, slip disc, sacral ailments, or knee complaints. Bhujangasana. It is said that you are only as young as your back is flexible. Bhujangasana, or the cobra pose, will provide a flexible back as well as strengthen the shoulders and arms. This is a basic yoga posture. It is very easy to do, especially if your back is not too stiff and rigid. To perform the asana, assume a prone position with your forehead on the floor and feet hip width apart or less. Place your palms on the floor beside your chest. Elbows close at your sides. Gently lengthen back through your legs during the entire pose. On an inhalation, curl your torso off the floor. Use your neck muscles to lift your head as far as possible. Use your upper back muscles to lift your chest. Press the pubis into the floor and use your lower back to lift you up. Use your arms to provide stability and support, but not to push yourself up into the pose. Breathe smoothly and naturally as you hold the pose. And affirm mentally, I rise joyfully to meet each new opportunity. On the exhalation, release your torso slowly back to the floor. Pause in the prone position and integrate the effects of the pose. The asana works effectively on a physical and mental level. The asana strengthens the muscles of the shoulders, neck and back, develops flexibility of the cervical vertebrae, corrects deviations of the spine, improves circulation to the intervertebral discs, expands the chest and develops elasticity of the lungs, helps relieve lower back pain, constipation, stomach pains, gas pains and backaches, affects the adrenal glands, sending them a richer supply of blood, tones ovaries, uterus and liver. The muscles of the back, abdomen and entire upper body are strengthened, aids in relief and elimination of menstrual irregularities, relieves constipation, lumbar spine and has a therapeutic effect for asthma patients. Traditional texts say that Bhujangasana increases body heat, destroys disease and awakens Kundalini. But on the side of caution, it is important to stress that people suffering from peptic ulcer, hernia, intestinal tuberculosis or hyperthyroidism should not practice this asana without expert guidance. Salabhasana. Salabhasana is an effective means for strengthening the back of the torso, legs and arms in preparation for the deeper back bends. It is an unassuming pose, but on practice we shall see that this asana is more interesting and challenging than it appears at first glance. To perform the asana, lie prone, rest your head with the chin touching the floor and look straight ahead. Start to inhale deeply and slowly. Lift up both the legs from the ground as you keep inhaling. Keep the toes pointing out to make the stretch more intense. After the slow and deep inhalation, hold your breath for a couple of seconds or for as long as you feel comfortable. This brief pause in breath is referred to as kumbhaka or antara kumbhaka in yogic literature. The pause in breath helps in separating the inhalation and exhalation cycles in breathing, thereby allowing more time for the inhaled oxygen to reach different parts of the body. Start to exhale and lower the legs slowly. Keep exhaling slowly as the legs are lowered to the ground. Exhalation and lowering the legs happen slowly and together. This straightens the curved lower spine gradually. With regular practice, you will find that the lower back becomes increasingly flexible. Repeat the above steps of Salabhasana 3 or 4 times. Concentrate on the lower back, thus strengthening the abdomen and legs. The asana massages the internal organs, ensuring efficient functioning of the digestive system and preventing constipation. Regular practice of the asana can reduce fatigue, flatulence, constipation, indigestion and lower back pain. Salabhasana renders the following benefits: firms buttocks and hips, increases spinal strength, flexibility and circulation, helps cure or relieve lumbago, rheumatism, arthritis and menstrual problems, helps cure loss of appetite, improves function of liver and spleen, strengthens shoulder, arm and back muscles, compresses and opens spine, relieves cervical spondylosis and back pain, encourages concentration and perseverance. Dhanurasana. The Sanskrit word dhanush means a bow. In this asana, the hands are used like a bow string to pull the legs, trunk and the head simultaneously. The pose then resembles the bow. The bow or Dhanurasana yoga posture raises both halves of the body at once, combining the movements of the cobra and locust and countering the plough and the forward bend. To perform the asana, lie down on a mat on your stomach. Bring your feet up by bending your knees. Hold your ankles with both your hands. Breathe in. Use the force of your hands. Pull your feet so your thighs are off the floor. Lift your head, shoulders and chest from the floor. Hold this pose for around 5 to 8 seconds, more if possible. The entire weight of your body would essentially be concentrated on your navel area. Exhale when returning to the normal position. Over a period of time, hold the pose from 15 seconds to 2 minutes. The benefits of the asana are: tones the back muscles, maintains the elasticity of your spine, improves posture and increases vitality, reduces abdominal fat, keeps the digestive and reproductive systems healthy, effective for bronchitis, asthma, constipation, diabetes and rheumatism. This asana prevents the premature calcification of the vertebral joints, and it acts on the ligaments, muscles and nervous centers placed along the spine. The massage of the solar plexus reduces anxiety. The acceleration of the breath, the decongestion of the solar plexus, the activation of the digestive system, the improvement of the blood flow in the cellulite or fat tissues through a profound massage, all these are factors which make this asana a valuable help in the fight against cellulite. Individuals suffering from the following health conditions should not perform this asana: heart disease, hypertension, hernia, colitis. Navasana. Navasana strengthens the legs and core body while opening the chest and stretching the lower back. This challenging posture helps develop determination, stamina and boldness of spirit. It also fosters a satisfying sense of vigor and warmth and offers a healthy dose of vitality that can propel us through our day with steadiness and ease. To perform the asana, sit on the floor with your legs outstretched. As much as possible, shift your weight forward to rest squarely on the sitting bones with the lower back drawn inward to create a neutral position for the spine. Bend your legs. While keeping your shoulders as relaxed as possible, reach your hands around the outside of the legs and grab the backs of the thighs. Use the legs for leverage. Lift your feet. Balance steadily and evenly on the sitting bones and remain energized through the belly. Breathe steadily, letting the inhalations and exhalations be full and rhythmic. After a few breaths, settle the feet back onto the ground, soften the body, and give yourself a few moments to rest and recover. To begin with, stay in the pose for 10 to 20 seconds. Gradually increase your hold time to 1 minute. Navasana does so much more than make you look good. It increases strength in midsection while simultaneously lengthening the back muscles. It is deceptively hard, but the core strength it develops is key for athletes because the midsection is what connects the lower body to the upper body and is the source of balance and control. Apart from making you feel good about how you look, the asana stimulates the kidneys, thyroid, prostate glands and intestines. The asana helps relieve stress and improves digestion. The asana should not be performed by individuals suffering from asthma, diarrhea, headache, heart problems, insomnia and low blood pressure. Viparita Karani Mudra. The inverted posture sustained in this mudra is used to reverse the downward and outward movement of energy and redirect it back to the brain. When this happens, the whole being is revitalized and awareness expands. To perform the asana, lie flat on the back with the legs and feet apart. Relax the whole body, especially the back and the backbone. Feel your breathing is normalized. Then draw yourself completely inward. Now keep your legs together, your hands and arms close to the body with the palms facing down. While breathing in, raise the legs upward and perpendicular to the floor. Breathing out, lift up the back and hips along with the legs and let your chin touch the chest. Move the legs over the body towards the head and raise your legs slowly without bending the knees. Turn the palms up, bend the elbows and place the palms a little away from your hips. The hands cup the hips and support the weight of the body. Keep the elbows as close to each other as possible to support the body weight easily. This is the final posture. Now, hold this pose with a normal breathing, focusing the mind on the abdominal area according to your capacity from 30 seconds to 3 minutes. Close the eyes and relax yourself. The weight of the body rests on the shoulders, neck and elbows. The asana balances hypoactive thyroid and acts as a preventative for cough, cold, sore throat and bronchial disorders. It stimulates the appetite and digestion and helps relieve constipation. Regular practice prevents atherosclerosis by restoring vascular tone and elasticity. It relieves prolapse, hemorrhoids, varicose veins and hernia, all of which are exacerbated by the downward pull of gravity. Circulation to the brain is enhanced, especially to the cerebral cortex and pituitary and pineal glands. Cerebral insufficiency and senile dementia are counteracted and mental alertness increased. As a word of caution, do not perform the asana after vigorous exercise or at least 4 hours after meals. Upon completion of the practice, it is advisable to do backward bending asana of the neck such as Matsyasana. This is an inverted practice and should not be performed unless the body is healthy. People suffering from high blood pressure, heart disease, enlarged thyroid, or excessive toxins in the body should not perform this practice. Sarvangasana. Sarvangasana is the mother of all asanas. This asana brings harmony and peace to our body. There is hardly any organ or area in the whole body which this asana does not activate. If a person practices Sarvangasana regularly, it helps him improve vigor, strength, and a sense of well-being. It makes one feel confident and brings vitality after regular practice. To perform the asana, lie flat on your back. Inhale deeply while raising your legs and spine until the toes point to the ceiling. The body rests on the shoulders and the back of the neck. The body is supported by the hands, which are placed on the center of the spine between the waist and the shoulder blades. Keep your spine and legs straight. Breathe slowly and deeply with the abdomen and concentrate on the thyroid gland. Stay in this position for about 2 minutes. In general, this should be a relaxing, meditative posture, not a strenuous one. You want to use more skill and less effort when holding this position. It is important to spread your weight onto your elbows so as to reduce the weight on the neck. 20% of the nerves affecting our vision travel through the neck and shoulders. Looking up at the feet in this posture excites the mind and senses and can even strain the neck. The recommended drishti or gaze is down the nose into the chest, promoting a grounded calmness and effortless extension from your core. To come out of the posture, curving the spine, gradually unfold it the way one unrolls a carpet. When your entire back touches the floor, take a deep breath and slowly lower your legs to the ground while breathing out. The main benefit of Sarvangasana is to get the thyroid gland working at peak efficiency. The thyroid gland maintains body weight and renders a youthful appearance. The asana vitalizes the nerves, purifies the blood, promotes good circulation, strengthens the lower organs, and helps them stay in place. It gives a healthy stretch to the neck muscles. It is beneficial for people suffering from poor circulation, constipation, indigestion, asthma, and reduced virility. As a word of caution, do not try this exercise if you are suffering from organic disorders of the thyroid gland. Be very cautious if you are suffering from chronic nasal catarrh. People suffering from cervical spondylosis, glaucoma, pressure in the head and neck, menstruation, neck pain, disc problems, or a weak back, hypertension, or heart disease should avoid this asana. Matsyasana. Matsya, the fish, was one of the incarnations of Lord Vishnu who assumed this form to save the world from floods. The Matsyasana or fish yoga pose is the counter pose to the shoulder stand and must always be practiced after it. Having stretched the neck and upper spine in the shoulder stand, you now compress them as you arch back, relieving stiffness in your neck and shoulder muscles and correcting any tendency to develop rounded shoulders. To perform the asana, lie on your back on the floor with your knees bent, feet on the floor. Inhale. Lift your pelvis slightly off the floor and slide your hands palms down below your buttocks. Then rest your buttocks on the backs of your hands and straighten the legs. Be sure to tuck your forearms and elbows up close to the sides of your torso. Now, as you inhale, lift your upper torso and head away from the floor. Then place your head back onto the floor. Depending on how high you arch your back, either the back of your head or its crown will rest on the floor. There should be a minimal amount of weight on your head to avoid crunching your neck. Keep your thighs active and press out through the heels. As a rule of the thumb, the duration of hold in the asana must be at least half the time spent in the Sarvangasana. This helps to counterbalance the stretch of the Sarvangasana. With an exhalation, lower your torso and head to the floor. Matsyasana tones the chest, tones the nerves of the neck and back, and ensures that the thyroid and parathyroid glands obtain maximum benefit from the shoulder stand. It also expands the rib cage fully and increases the capacity of the lungs. While performing the asana, we should maintain our focus on the belly, chest, spine, shoulders and neck. The asana gives relief for individuals suffering from constipation, respiratory ailments, mild backache, fatigue, anxiety and menstrual pain. Once again, as a word of caution, those having high or low blood pressure, migraine, insomnia, serious lower back or neck injury should not perform the asana. Shavasana. Why is it that in every yoga class, no matter what school of thought, we conclude the session with Shavasana? Could Shavasana be the most important asana we do? The practice of yoga is ultimately the process of transforming the self to greater and greater states of awareness. Be barefoot. Lie flat on your back. Separate your heels hip distance and let your toes fall out to the sides. Rest your arms at the sides of your body, palms facing upward, fingers relaxed. Allow your forehead to be slightly higher than your chin. Breathe evenly and comfortably through your nose. Be aware of your breath and allow the inhalations and exhalations to lengthen and become softer. The rise and fall of the chest is very slight. Relax your heels into the floor. Drop your shoulders away from your ears and into the floor. Relax your upper arms, elbows and forearms. Relax your wrists, palms and backs of your hands. Relax all of the muscles of your back. Drop your tailbone into the floor. Melt your entire spine into the floor. Relax the muscles of your neck and throat. As you continue to relax your mind, breath and body, keep your mind awake and aware throughout Shavasana. Stay in Shavasana for 10 minutes. Coming out of Shavasana should be done with the same care and thoughtfulness that you use in every other part of your yoga practice, when we should be mindful to move smoothly and quietly, so we do not disturb whatever peacefulness and equanimity we have established through our practice. The greatest benefit from Shavasana comes at the end of your yoga practice, as you allow your body to absorb all the good things you have done for it during your practice. In Shavasana, both body and mind relax completely, while your consciousness remains alert. Real art of this asana, indeed all of yoga, is to take what we learn in the pose and relate it to our daily lives.